Welcome to the Virtual Realms YouTube channel. I'm Ranger 1. Today I want to take a look at the A36 Apache. Now this isn't anything truly dynamic in a realistic battle. This is actually an arcade battle. I've been busy working on getting the basic modifications upgraded on this aircraft, so I've been running it in some arcade ground strike missions, and I wanted to put the plane through its paces. At the point that this video was shot, I had just unlocked a slightly, the selection of 50 caliber machine gun ammunition, and I wanted to see what it could do in aerial combat. At this point, I still just have the 200-pound bombs unlocked, and really not much of anything at all as far as performance or engine upgrades. So my mission is to see how well this aircraft will perform. I have it in my head that it would do pretty well. It's got two 50 caliber machine guns in the wings, and in each wing, pardon me, and another pair of 50 caliber machine guns in the nose. And I'm thinking this will probably be a pretty accurate shooter. We'll have to see. Now, with its Allison engine, it should be pretty good at low altitude work and have fairly good grunt at lower levels. I don't want to take it high. So all of this is theory at this point in my head. I'm a little concerned as to how what is basically a boom and zoom or energy fighter aircraft in its later evolution of the P-51 Mustang, I'm a little concerned at how it will do working at lower altitudes. And really, I have been trying it against ground targets, and it's pretty accurate, at least in arcade mode. But I really hadn't engaged in a lot of air-to-air combat, so this is going to be its trial by fire, at least in my mind, and I thought you might be interested in how it turned out. So that's my mission in this combat. Call it a secret mission if you will. I want to find out if the Apache is as cool as I think it might be. Well, so far so good. That's 3 kills in very quick succession. I'm pretty pleased. This is a very, very accurate low altitude fighter, and I'm really kind of surprised. This is a treat to fly. And you know, as I said, this isn't a hugely dramatic mission. It was just a lot of fun, and I wanted to share it with you. Now, this MiG-3 got on my tail and to be perfectly honest, I thought I might be in trouble for a minute. My team swarmed in on him, though, and I had pretty much decided that I was not going to get an opportunity to reverse the situation, but they seemed to be having some difficulty taking him down, so, well, he was brazen enough to get on my tail. I might as well return the favor. I think I would have had this guy if I'd been a little bit more used to the trajectory of how these machine guns fire, but I'm ending up just behind him, and as soon as I figure it out, well, he ends up getting taken out by someone else, but that's alright. I'm going to spend a minute here, regain a little bit of altitude so that I can build up my speed again. I think that's my main advantage in this fight, is I'm pretty quick at these lower altitudes. As long as I don't build up too much altitude, I should be okay. In the distance, there's a PBY coming up. And really, I'm not sure how these 50 cals are going to do against it in an arcade match, but I think I might as well give it a try. After all, we're here to just see how effective it can be. Well, we've riddled it. He's taking some heavy fire, too. Let's build up some speed and see if we can catch him. He's looking to bomb that CR-42 on the runway. Come around. Okay, now I've got his number. Start putting some shots into his tail. And there go his elevators. He's going to go down. Apparently one of my teammates was able to do more damage to him than I was, though, because I do not get credit for that kill. Well, in that little scuffle, I got drawn back over my own airbase. So I'm building up some speed and trying to get back to the center of the map where the main battle's going on. On the way, though, a little pea shooter crosses my path, so I'm going to try and make up for that missed kill by putting some cheeky shots into his engine. I'm setting him on fire, and he's going to go down. So, more or less, I picked up the spare. I notice I've got my bombs back now, so I'm going to head back toward the center of the fight, continue on my way. I'm looking at that Yak 1 over there, but another P-36 picks him off. Well, that's good. My team's doing an excellent job. But they're starting to cut into my kill ratio here, so we're going to go ahead and gain a little altitude as we close in, look for the next likely target, and maybe, if the opportunity presents itself, see if these dinky little 100-pound bombs can actually take out one of these medium tanks. I spot a Hurricane and I start to go for him, but suddenly a juicier target presents itself. couldn't get back around on that P-36 in time to take him out, but at least I picked off a medium tank by way of compensation. I'm a little curious as to whether my 50 caliber guns are going to make any impact with ground attack ammunition on these medium tanks. I don't think that they will. They never used to, but hey, they tweak things in game all the time, so you never know. I'm going to have to line up a shot, give it a whirl sometime in this swirling melee. And no sooner am I thinking this than suddenly I find myself over a group. Let's let her rip coming in from the side and the rear. Nope, no joy. This plane may be really good at ground attack against more lightly armored vehicles, but it's going to have to rely on its bombs when it goes after anything heavier than a light tank. That's alright. It does its job pretty well, and it's certainly not defenseless in the air. I did bleed off a little bit too much airspeed going down after that and mucking around at lower altitude. When I see this PBY come overhead, I decided that, well, we better try and get to him. He's heading toward one of our bases. Unfortunately, I just don't have the oomph to get all the way up to him. I get close, but no cigar. So if I'm going to catch this guy before he can do too much more harm, I'm going to have to dive, lose some altitude, and stay below his guns. Unfortunately, my other teammates don't seem to see the logic in that, and they're getting themselves, well, shot to hell as they chase around after him. They have managed to set him on fire, but he is going to get his bomb drop off and continue on his way without any real apparent signs of taking serious damage, other than, pouring smoke. But we can do a whole lot better than that. We'll chew his tail off and then turn back toward the rest of the fight. So far in this battle, I've managed to pick up a respectable 7 air kills and 1 ground kill, and that's not too bad. I definitely want to improve upon that, though, if I can. So I'm going to head back, building up my speed as I go, and try and pick a likely target. I set my eyes on that Lag 3 down there, and that may have been a mistake. There's somebody up high, and I know I can't get to him. Somebody else will have to deal with that high altitude plane. I possibly should have decided to go after the Hurricane instead. It's the more dangerous opponent, as I'm about to find out. But I've made my choice. We're going to go after Pablin Fury and his Lag 3. And right after that, I'm going to, unfortunately, get myself into a bad situation and find out that while this plane is fast, it can't outrun a bullet. Yeah, that Hurricane Mark II-B punched my ticket, which is unfortunate. I'm not too upset, though. I had a lot of fun in this match so far, so I figure it's probably time to get serious, stop screwing around, and end it. I'll jump into my A20G, and we're going to go after the last few ground kills necessary to end the match. I have to admit, I feel a little bit guilty doing this. This plane is a beast in a ground strike mission, but well, it was a good fight, but I have to remember I'm a team player as well, and these guys would like a win, so I might as well do what I can to deliver that to them. I had hoped to finish this match off in one pass, but my first couple of bombs were off target, unfortunately. The enemy team did a good job of making me peel away, but I did pick up that one, and now there's just one ground target left to take out to end the match. Got a little chewed up on that, but still, the A-20 stays in the air pretty well. It's a tough plane, and it's fast, and it carries a significant bomb load. So we'll get into position for our last run. The bombs will be up in just a second. There they are. Find a likely attack path. I think I can punch my way through that without too much difficulty. And bring her on target. Oh, somebody almost got my kill, but I managed to pick up the spare on that as well. Excellent match. Excellent plane. I really like the Apache and I strongly recommend it. We'll end up with 8 kills in the air and 3 kills on the ground, and that puts me in second place for the team. That's not a monster score for an arcade battle by any stretch of the imagination, but it's pretty good for an aircraft that virtually has, well, very few upgrades, just fuselage and radiators, so I was pretty pleased with it. And I think you will be too. If you get the chance to drift on back and research it, it's well worth it. It's a fun, low-level ground attack aircraft that does a pretty good job as a low-altitude fighter as well. Well, that's all I've got for you for right now. Until I see you again, good hunting. Thanks for watching. I hope you were entertained. If you liked the video, please remember to subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you. And I'll see you next time.